we still managed to scratch them up. What did you say about Nicholas also?
That last consignment, begin to get it.
Then he sent it.
Yes, he sent us some before, but then it's the last consignment.
We sent it.
By which route?
Well, Holland. France there's supply in New England. Holland's very unreliable. The Scandinavian countries are much more convenient.
As is the war, lost consignments.
Mind you, our Navy visits to blame on that score, trying to set up a blockade of Germany.
You're telling me. We've had 3 ships stop by that British blockade in the last 3 months alone.
It's these unrealistic enemies at work. They've just taken Jackson Code, of course, for exporting iron ore to Germany. They've got a blacklist too, and I'm on it.
My government wants to shoot me.
You're on their short list.
Mind you, they'll never publish it. We bought up some of the papers last week. Can't break up the union like ours in a few minutes.
Bang! Another one for me?
Not a duck, not a grouse.
Well, I said anything.
So I've noticed. What did you call factory in Denmark?
When are you going to export some shillings for those Cook's fuses that you use in those English grenades?
All in good time. All in good time.
Just thanks to always open. Except in a lunch hour.
Very funny. Look, you stumblebums realize that we've had 3 major peace scares in the last year alone. Our shares dropped 40%.
What have your exports to Europe in the past 3 years amounted to? $10.5 billion.
Yeah, but all we're getting paid nowadays is your beautifully engraved paper money. That's what we're fair. That's what we're scared of.
What are you going to do with that paper money? It's the Germans then.
It's new you've been the biggest creditor in the world, but no one can pay you.
Well, if the U.S. enters the war, that just might finish it.
No. That's very dangerous talk.
I say, no need to lose your rag.
Fine, just as long as peace doesn't break out. What about that peace scare a couple weeks ago in France? That Scotch too?
We flooded our papers with proper defeatism and shot every pacifist we could find.
Good. I've got a check for $60 million in my pocket, and I want to be able to cash it.
Who is it from?
Russia.
You'll never be able to cash it.
Don't spoil a beautiful day. I have interest in Russia.
How do you think the war is progressing, sir?
Oh, not too badly. Everything's under control.
Do you think we'll have peace by Christmas?
Peace! Peace! Victory is not!
War to the finish! You must understand, my dear gentlemen, that war is a political and economic necessity.
Oh, yes, sir. We've 6 of the family at the front, sir.
Keeps them off the street.
Well, that's what my mother says, sir. She's very proud of them, and the allowance helps me and her quite a bit.
Makes men out.
What? There will always be a problem with surplus population.
Look here, Peter. I'm very glad that you respect your mother. Let me tell you this. My president is deeply grieved by this whole affair. You can go back home and tell your mother this. He regards the whole thing as a tragedy.
I understand he's a very sick man.
Yeah, he's an idealist. President Wilson.
President Frank L.A.
The king.
The Kaiser!
Mr. Cheese.
Guys, are you one of your shareholders?
La Belle France. Our published profit last year was 8 million sterling.
Newsprint will rise more as they go.
An advanced scientific discovery.
What? The white blood fish.
Then I wish you would tell my government that. They want to shoot me. You tell me. My wife, she wore her eyes out doing badness for the boy. I had to buy her spectacles. She never had bad eyes before. The people who ought to be, what did you say? What you 50,000 marks I gave to the widow of an orphan's fund.
Why do they want to shoot you?
It's my last munitions factory.
So yes, how are you doing?
20 more hour shifts. They're turning up bombs and shells all the time. I am a prince, but I am also a businessman. My investors must have dividends. If we do not make the profit, then there are just good. The people who ought to be punished are those who break international agreements. In Germany and France agreed not to bombard the iron ore works and create a duty for the duration. And the man is for the monster! A Frenchman!
What happened?
He was court-martialed.
Good!
A hero, huh?
Rather a shock to be court-martialed. Nobody asked questions.
Oh yes, in a delegation protest. I dealt with them. A hush has fallen.
You're smart, Conte. You know, he got a consignment of barbed wire into Germany for Purdue just 2 months before the battle.
You mean the German champions for calling their own barbed wire? I'd say that's a bit near the knuckle one. That's just clever, though.
We must take some credit for that.
Yes, 10%, no doubt.
Speaking of credit, I promised the boys back home that I would give some of their handouts while I was here. Bethlehem Steel furnishes arms to all corners of the globe. Cleveland Automatic Machine Company.
Not for me. They're neutral.
It's a recipe for hot chocolate. Herman Rapide fire shells for 50 hours straight. Tried to sell them to the Germans before the war, but they weren't interested. Serves them right if they lose.
Ah, yes, the shrapnel making machine. You use acids to kill men?
4 hours a day. Very effective.
You have some pretty good chemists in America. Oh, Germany's fashion, no doubt.
It's all the same to you, old boy. We'll stick to the Enfield rifles. Cheap and easy to make.
No gas? Ah, der großen Filter.
Deadly silent death.
We use bullshit. Cylinders 1.4 meters long, highly portable in the trenches can go on them, and second you can carry a rifle as well.
You can see our arsenal we've got down in Antwerp there. We've got 63 different types of poison gas in production and 8 ready for distribution.
Well, the old law reads pretty good. Hedge tried it out this moment of news. Mind you,